Lois Griffin might play the voice of reason in Family Guy, but under that suburban mom smile is a woman who's made some seriously messed up choices. From cheating to criminal activity to emotional abuse, Lois isn't just flawed. Sometimes she's straight up the villain. Today we're counting down the top 10 times Lois got exactly what was coming to her. And trust us, by the end of this list, you'll be saying, yeah, she had that one coming.
I feel you, Meg. Shut up. You shut up.
Number 10. Cheated on Brian. Episode Perfect Castaway, Season 4. Let's set the stage. Peter's presumed dead after getting stranded on a desert island. While the family mourns, Brian steps up. He takes care of the household, gets a real job, and eventually, in a weird but understandable twist, marries Lois. It's platonic. Kind of. They're just trying to hold it together. Then Peter comes back. Surprise? Now Lois is stuck in a love triangle, and instead of being honest with Brian or making a decision, she starts sneaking around behind his back and hooks up with Peter in secret. Even worse, Stewie catches them in the act. That's childhood trauma unlocked. Eventually, Brian finds out, and instead of losing it, he calmly divorces Lois. He's the adult in the room. And Lois, she's left looking like the selfish backstabber she is. No sympathy here. Number 9. Addicted to shoplifting and went to jail. Episode Breaking Out is Hard to Do, Season 4. Lois has a full-on shoplifting arc, and it's not cute. She starts small, stealing a dress she can't afford, but then she likes the rush. Suddenly, she's swiping everything: clothes, electronics, even food. She becomes addicted to the thrill like she's in a suburban Breaking Bad spin-off. Eventually, the law catches up. Lois is arrested and sentenced to 3 years in prison. But does she take responsibility? Not even close. Instead, she lets Peter bust her out, turning her petty crime into a full-blown fugitive storyline where the Griffins have to live under aliases. Lois drags her entire family through the mud because she couldn't keep her hands to herself. That's not just bad behavior. That's straight up selfish, and she absolutely deserved to face consequences. Number 8. Became a corrupt mayor. Episode It Takes a Village Idiot and I Married One, Season 5. Here's one of Lois's most hypocritical moments. She runs for mayor on a clean up the town platform. She promises to fix the polluted lake and be better than Mayor West, who, let's be honest, had zero grip on reality. But as soon as she wins, the power gets to her head. She starts pocketing money from the lake cleanup budget, buying jewelry, fancy clothes, living it up like she's in Beverly Hills. Then it gets worse. Lois literally sells out to the oil companies she campaigned against. She lets them dump waste right back into the water, undoing everything she promised. It's the ultimate political betrayal. Quahog didn't get a hero. They got another corrupt politician in pearls. And when the backlash hits, yeah, she earned it. Number 7. Neglected Stewie after a serious injury. Episode Zao Brian Griffin's House of Pain, Season 8. This one's bad, like CPS level bad. Chris and Meg push Stewie down the stairs accidentally, but instead of getting help, they hide it. Stewie's head is literally swelling, and nobody says a word. When Peter finds out, does he step up? Nope. He makes it worse by framing Lois for the injury. And Lois, instead of going straight to the hospital, she panics and says they need to cover it up, just like the kids did.
Peter, we have to cover this up.
Yeah, but what?
You have a baby with a concussion and your first instinct is a cover-up? That's not mom behavior. That's criminal. It's played for laughs, but deep down it shows how unfit she is when push comes to shove. Number 6. Orchestrated a cruel high school hazing. Episode And I'm Joyce Kinney, Season 9. Turns out, Lois has always been mean girl material. Back in high school, she pulled a prank so savage it could have caused lifelong trauma. She tells a shy girl named Joyce Kinney that she made the cheerleading squad, gets her hopes up, then humiliates her in front of the entire school. Why? Just to be cruel. Years later, Joyce, now a news anchor, gets revenge. She finds an old adult film Lois starred in and airs it on live TV. Lois is publicly shamed, her secret's out, and for once, she can't escape the consequences. It's poetic justice. One of the few times Family Guy actually lets karma do its thing. Number 5. Incited a deadly outbreak. Episode Hot Shots, Season 15. In one of her most reckless moves ever, Lois becomes an anti-vaxxer. She refuses to vaccinate Stewie, spreads conspiracy theories, and even holds rallies that convince other parents to do the same. What happens next? Measles tears through Quahog. The town goes into lockdown. 150 people die. Yes, die. All because Lois thought she knew better than science. Even Stewie runs away and gets rescued by Sean Penn, who shows up with actual vaccines. Lois still acts smug and dismissive. If this were real life, she'd be in court. Instead, she walks away with zero remorse. But in the eyes of viewers, she lost all credibility, and maybe even the last sliver of respect we had for her. Number 4. Verbally and physically abused Peter and Chris. Episode Vestigial Peter, Season 12.
Hurting me! Stop it! Stop it, Lois!
No!
Peter does a good deed for once. He goes out shopping with Chris and brings back groceries. Nothing wild, just being a dad. But Lois, she loses it. She yells, rants, and physically attacks both of them. First Peter, then Chris. It's not the first time either. Lois has a habit of snapping violently when things don't go her way. She'll hit, insult, and degrade her family with zero hesitation. If Peter acted like this, the internet would be calling for him to be cancelled. But because Lois wears lipstick, it gets shrugged off. Number 3. Emotionally destroyed Meg. Multiple episodes. Lois has never been a good mom to Meg. That's not a hot take, it's canon. She constantly bullies her daughter, reads her private thoughts out loud for laughs, and even suggests Meg remove herself from the family equation. Yeah, that kind of messed up. It's gone on for years, and the worst part? Lois knows what she's doing. In one episode, Meg finally stands up to the family, laying into Lois with raw, brutal honesty. Lois cracks, and instead of apologizing, she guilt-trips Meg into backing down. It's emotional abuse dressed in sitcom timing. Lois didn't just deserve Meg's wrath, she needed it. Number 2. Confessed to killing a pedestrian. In Season 11. This one flew under the radar, but it's dark. While comforting a catatonic Chris, Lois casually admits she once hit and killed a pedestrian. She tries to justify it by saying, "They looked old." That's the logic, like somehow their life mattered less because of their age. It's a disturbing moment that reveals something fans suspected all along. Lois doesn't just make bad choices, she's capable of doing terrible things and never facing real guilt for them. You can't just brush off murder with a cute whisper. That's not quirky, that's sociopathic. Number 1. Forced Peter to sleep with her. Episode Prick Up Your Ears, Season 5. This is the most disturbing thing Lois has ever done, and it rarely gets called out for how messed up it is. After a new abstinence-only sex ed class, Peter swears off sex, even with Lois. Instead of respecting his choice, Lois forces herself on him, and it's played for laughs. But let's be real, if the roles were reversed, this would be an R-rated drama, not a cartoon gag. Lois ignores consent, crosses every boundary, and shows just how toxic she can be when she doesn't get what she wants. This isn't just the worst thing she's done, it's the clearest proof that she's not the victim she pretends to be. And that's it. 10 times Lois Griffin got what she deserved. From cheating scandals to flat-out crimes, she's proven again and again that she's no angel.